You know, I heard they recently decided to add more hops to it.
And I'm in the front row, and I'm hammered drunk.
You do not have anything to drink. Can I get you a tasty refreshment?
Yes, I'll have a beer.
Wunderbar.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
And welcome to another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. My name is Aaron, and I am joined by that pasta princess, Andy. How are you now, good buddy?
Good, and you?
Is it Modelo time?
It is.
That's the Modelo from last time.
Yeah, it is.
You just haven't been drinking it?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
I think I've had to work since then.
Yeah,
so.
I've been busy working, going out of town with your dad and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which, for the record, was a good time.
Good.
Me and the middle-aged men, we had a good time.
Sounds like a freaking boy band. The middle-aged
Me
men.
and the middle-aged men. And
Yeah.
I'm the lead singer.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely not my father. Let's get one thing straight.
No, your dad can't sing.
No.
And I don't think the other two gentlemen we went with can sing either.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, I've never been to karaoke with them or anything.
That would be scary. That would be scary.
You guys want to take shots? What do you guys want to take shots of? Oh, old granddad. Oh, God, why?
Jaeger.
Jaeger. Fireball.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, isn't it?
Give me a double of Gentleman's Jack.
I've literally heard your dad say that before.
I know you have. That's why I said it.
So I called Andrew a pasta princess
Mm-hmm.
because we came down here. We did that whole thing. Anna paid for the food. One of us pays for the food, and then your boy cooks it.
And I did.
Mm-hmm.
It was pasta Alfredo.
Yes.
Chicken Alfredo.
And then, of course, I had to buy cupcakes for the children.
Yes.
Hilarity ensued.
Oh, God, they were so messy. So freaking messy.
Your dog still has a stain on the white part of her snout from the red cupcake.
Yes, thank you for that.
You're welcome. First off, that wasn't my fault. Well, okay, I guess it is my fault.
Technically, yes. It
It is kind of my fault. I bought the cupcakes.
Exactly.
And then your daughter put the red frosting that was all over
Her.
onto the dog.
Yes.
I tried to wipe it off the dog. It's going to take a couple days.
Yeah, it'll take a couple days.
It'll be fine. It's funny to me, okay?
The worst is when she stuck her red freaking frosting fingers up her nose.
Photo evidence. I texted that picture to my mother, and she said, save that for a picture cake when she turns 13 or 14, and you can embarrass her. I'm like, all right, it's already uploaded to the cloud. Come on now.
Remember that, because I will forget about that.
It's okay. Yeah. No, I pay for the extra storage.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it'll be there. It'll be
Okay.
there. I have so many pictures
Right next
on
to
my
the
phone.
file with my dick face.
Oh, that's not going anywhere either. I have this saved in 3 different places, thank you. That and the picture
Outrageous.
of Anna vomiting the first time I took her to the bars back home. That's saved in 3 different places on purpose, too. Yes.
So if we find one of them and delete it, you still have backup.
I do have backups.
Yeah.
You betcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we came down here and we had the dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And the cupcake fiasco, if you want to call it that. And then went back home, and I tucked my lady in. Like, okay, I'm going to go back down to Andrew's and, light the candle in the studio. And I made some additions. Did you notice?
I see one. I see two.
And there you go. See? We were rifling through our shit, because everything's still kind of in boxes.
Yeah.
We've only lived in our house for 3 fucking years, but
It's fine.
we're migrating things. We have a big house, so we migrated things from the main level of the house where they just kind of landed when we moved in to upstairs where we're not doing anything. So we found those two things, and I didn't rifle through a lot of boxes.
What he found was he found like a little Hot Wheels golf cart, right?
I didn't know I had it. I mean,
But that's a Hot Wheels, right?
Matchbox,
Matchbox,
technically.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's got a squirrel now to kind of match my little squirrel.
McDonald's did a promotion back in the day where they linked up with Beanie Babies.
Yes.
So there's the little mini Beanie Babies that you used to get with Happy Meals. I have a
is-
bunch of those, apparently. I
It
didn't
is
know.
a little baby squirrel
Yeah, it's up next to Drunk Barbie.
right next to the Dickel.
Yeah.
The Dickel, the little shooter of Dickel, is about as tall as this Beanie Baby.
Yeah, it's a little tiny thing. It's adorable. Anyway, so then I went home and I tucked Anna in and I packed all my shit in my little backpack and I'm walking out the front door and
Nature calls.
no, I have a video. Turn the volume up so
You know what?
listeners
I
can
don't-
hear too.
I don't know if I ever turned it down.
I don't think you did. Turn it up some more though. Here, I'll pivot my mic. This is me leaving my house earlier. I ate shit going down the stairs.
Jesus fuck.
Fell flat on my ass. I fucked up my laptop screen that was in my backpack, and I hurt my tailbone, but I didn't break the bottle of Crown that I brought down here,
Oh,
and I didn't
Jesus.
spill any booze, and I didn't break my iPad either. Ate shit. And then there's a second video. This is me grunting on the way into the house. I walk back into the house, and Anna's like, "Is that you?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Because we invested it. Well, not we. The ladies invested in doorbell cameras.
Yes. It's been nice.
You only ended up with audio of me eating shit down my front stairs because we didn't salt them. There wasn't ice when we went home. It turns out there was ice on the way
okay.
out. Yeah. Ice on the front steps that we just had redone.
Yes.
What, 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Fell. What? Did the whole spin with the arms thing. I had the Crown in one hand and my Yeti vodka cup in the other and my backpack
no.
over one shoulder.
Save the booze.
I did, but my laptop took a little bit of a beating. There's a couple dark spots on the screen.
Uh-oh.
I have to buy a new laptop. It's okay. Yeah, I totally ate shit leaving the house coming over here.
Jesus.
We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I've had a few vodka drinks since before dinner.
Yes. You're probably feeling very, very lubricated.
Yes. I don't know if that's the correct term, but yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Feeling groovy.
Like a drive-in movie.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, good buddy?
Work.
Yeah, me too.
Work and then just coming home and being with the family.
Hanging with the fucking, what did you call him? Semen demons, I believe was the term you used.
Yes. Yes, I got them pretty much all to myself during the Super Bowl day. Liz had to work both breakfast and dinner at the diner she works at. So I got them all day, which was fun. It was fine. They didn't appreciate the football game though.
They
I will
don't.
say that.
They're too small to give a shit about the football game. You don't give a shit about the football game.
No, I didn't.
You're not into sports ball.
I had a square.
Did you?
Yeah, football square.
How much did you spend on the square? I didn't
20.
participate in squares. I definitely bet on the Gatorade color
Oh,
and lost.
oh. No, I spent $20 and my numbers were 7 and 9.
That's not bad.
It wasn't bad.
Those aren't bad numbers.
But when the Chiefs kicked that first field goal, I was like, well, there goes that $20 because I will.
Oh, you spent $20 on a square?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a $20 square.
Now do they just do quarters?
Yeah.
Yeah, so quarters. Yeah. Okay. I could have got it. There was somebody doing squares at work, and I'm like, nah, I have the gambling on my phone now.
Oh, boy.
But I told myself I'm only going to gamble on football because football is the most predictable. Because baseball, anybody can beat anybody in any given day. Same with hockey. College basketball, anybody can have an off night. You know what I mean? Yeah, football. That's why I limit myself to. So I have money in the account that I've won so far, and it's just going to kind of sit there.
Okay. Cool.
I might throw some money on March Madness when it comes around, but we'll see. A little bit of money here and there.
But yeah, otherwise, I really didn't give a crap about the game.
No.
No.
I just wanted a good football game because it's the last football game of the season.
I didn't even mind that. I wanted to see the commercials.
I cut out of work early to see the football game. Yeah. I like football. It is war with, well, I guess technically in war they wear helmets now too. But it's war on grass with, nobody usually dies.
Usually. Until they do.
Yeah. So
Too soon?
No, I don't know. He's back.
It was last year.
Yeah. I remember that. I got off work that morning. Talking about DeMar Hamlin. Got off work that morning, and it was whatever it was. There was college football all day. So I'm like, I want to watch my Hawkeyes. So I went over to the neighbor's place, and we watched football all day. I started drinking at like 11 o'clock. Started drinking vodka at like 11 o'clock in the morning. And, everybody comes in and out, and there's food being cooked, and we're drinking, and we're having a good time. And then the college football gets over at like 6:30, the bowl games during the day. And then it was a Monday, so the neighbor is like, hey, let's watch the Monday night football game between the Bengals and the Bills. It's supposed to be fantastic. This might be like a AFC championship game. Oh, okay. All right, cool. And the first couple drives were good. It was a competitive game. And then, we're getting hammered. Absolutely shit-faced. And all of a sudden, he goes down. And it's like, oh, dude, is he living? Like, dude, I don't know. They've been out there. They got the ambulance out there. Like, is he living? Like, and they didn't know what the fuck to do. They haven't had any kind of situation. The announcers, they haven't had any kind of situation like this in ever, really. Yeah. So Joe Buck is calling the game on ESPN. It was Monday Night Football. And he's like, well, we don't really know what to do. So we're going to go to commercial. So it's this like really somber moment. Like all the players are on the field and everything. And then, the screen goes black for a second. And then the first commercial that comes up is Whopper, 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 Whopper. It's like, oh my God, dude, really?
Wow.
So we still joke about that to this day. It was just like, so it's definitely not the right tone by any means.
Nope.
And they were down he was on the field down for like 10, 15 minutes or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And then they went back to the studio and they're like, well, we think we're going to resume play. And then the player said, fuck you. We're not going back out in the field. And they went back to the studio again and they're like, well, we don't think we're going to play again. This is just a really somber moment. And, then there was like an insurance commercial and then Whopper, 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 Whopper. It's like, oh my God. That's what I remember that night. I remember my Hawkeyes sucking balls in their bowl game, and the other college football games were pretty good. And then Whopper, 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 Whopper. But we're both sitting there hammered, having a great time, and I'm like, that guy's got to be dead, right? He's got to be dead. And then there was no news, and then the next day they're like, oh, he's alive. Really? Is he? Like, how? Surprise! He's still living.
Yay!
I don't know how that worked, but I don't know. How does that okay, so a dude goes down in the field, like, me as a layman would be like, throw his ass in the fucking ambulance and get him to the hospital, right? Or do you have enough tech to help him on the field?
So we have enough tech that we can help him on the field, but
if it's a full cardiac arrest,
if it's a full cardiac arrest, obviously he needs to be at the hospital.
Right. That's the best place for him.
That's the best place for him. They have the tools to help him.
Right. They have better tools than mobile tools.
Yes. There is science. It used to be a lot of do all your shit on the scene, right? Hook them up to the monitor, shock them if you could.
Oh, from
Medications.
what I heard is he had no pulse.
Yeah.
Like when the trainers got out there,
Yeah.
he had like no pulse.
Yeah.
Full arrest.
So starting, vascular access and shocking them if a shock was able to be done and all that stuff, because then you're getting into like cardiac rhythms, and I won't go down that rabbit hole.
Don't get too technical.
But
because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I've been drinking.
Once we get all our stuff done, all the stuff we can do done, it used to be awesome. We got our stuff done. Get them in the ambulance. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, the hospital was like 3 blocks away. I mean, it was right. The stadium's right downtown. The game was in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
The stadium's right downtown, and he was treated at the hospital like right down the street.
Yeah. Me, that's how I would have treated it. Do my shit real quick while the ambulance isn't moving.
Because you can put monitors and everything on them on the go. Hook them up, load them on the stretcher, throw them in the back of the ambulance, and
go.
And get.
Yeah. Otherwise, there has been studies that prove that if we do all our stuff and then do the CPR and resuscitative efforts on scene for X amount of time, especially if the arrest just happened, the person actually has a better outcome.
Really?
Yeah. And then because if we wait until we get that return of spontaneous circulation and get a pulse back and all that stuff to then move them and get them to the hospital, it gives them just that much more time to get everything kind of back in the groove by the time they get to the hospital.
Okay. Well, I just feel like, there's only so much shit you can fit in an ambulance, right?
Yes.
Obviously it's a limited space, but there's just so much more equipment at the hospital.
Correct.
I feel like, oh, fuck, this guy is on national television. We need to fucking get his ass out of here.
Correct.
That's what I figured they were going to do.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they come back from 3 Whopper commercials.
3 of them.
Like 3 or 4 of them. And it's just like, dude, he's still on the field and the ambulance is right there. Fucking get his ass out of there. Like, oh my God.
I can't speak to the professionals there because I don't know anything about it really.
Oh,
I remember it happening.
He's back on the Bills, man.
Oh yeah, I remember it happening, but I don't remember who did what and what the official story became. But I don't know why they spent that much time
on
there.
The field with
because
him.
Quite honest, like I'd be interested to know because the ambulance drove on the field.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
only in like crazy
crazy
medical
times.
emergencies, the ambulance comes onto the turf.
So I don't know how long it took for them to activate the ambulance, and I don't know where that ambulance was and what passageways they had to get.
Well, they always have, even at high school football games, they have ambulances standing by. Paramedics don't sit, right?
No, I definitely don't look like
no,
my recliner.
never.
Yeah.
You don't have a favorite recliner at work.
Never. We actually just got new recliners at work.
Oh, high society.
Yeah, we're still breaking them in. I mean,
you have to just like you just haven't had your car for that long. You haven't molded your front seat to your ass yet.
Correct.
Yeah, my truck seat is molded to my ass.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's coming. It's getting there.
But well, even high school games. There was a kid that got paralyzed in the middle of a football game at my high school, and there's always an ambulance there, ready to take people away.
Yeah, like I said, with high school games, it's a little different because the ambulance, you don't have as big of stadiums, right?
Most of these, you're talking NFL stadiums, they do fucking like monster truck shit at those stadiums.
Oh,
they're huge.
True. That is true.
The tunnels are massive. You can drive vehicles in and out.
That's
how they get dirt in and out. They just there's semis that haul the construction equipment in.
But I honestly don't know why.
Oh, he spent a lot of time on that turf, and we're just sitting there with my vodka in my hand and going, oh, that guy's got to be dead, right?
Yeah,
he lived.
I don't know why it took so long, besides just getting the pieces moving.
Yeah.
Right? Once everything's moving, yeah, it goes quick, but getting everything moving can sometimes take a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. It was, but what I remember from that is, I went to bed. I'm like, wow, the mood is ruined. Whopper, and just watch the guy die on live television. You know what I mean? I went to bed, and I woke up the next morning. Like, he's still alive. He's in stable condition in Cincinnati Medical or whatever the fuck the hospital was down the road. Like, what? How? Like, it blew my mind. He's back playing with the team. I mean, a young guy, super athletic. I mean, he just got hit in the right spot.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll do it. It'll.
Well, a lot of people. It's happened to, I think, baseball players.
Yeah. They little leaguers. A lot of them wear like a heart protector.
Yeah.
When they're pitching, because if you get hit right in the right spot
At the right time.
yeah, it just
You
takes,
go down.
Yep. Down and you're out.
Yep. Actually, fun piece of trivia for you, medical trivia. If you witness an arrest, this is getting phased out because it looks really, really bad. But if you witness an arrest, there's a procedure called a precordial thump where, say, you go down right in front of me. Instead of me immediately doing CPR on you.
To the BG staying alive?
Yeah, to the BG staying alive, or more morbid, another one bites the dust.
They're both, 120 beats a minute or whatever
like
it is? Another one
I
bites
can take
the dust.
I can take my hands and boom on your chest, and it simulates, like, I forget how many joules, we call them joules, the current for the electric shock.
That's a electrical current term. I forget. I don't know what the tech.
Yeah.
But he would tell you. He's an electrician.
I forget how many joules
There's
it
ohms
simulates.
and joules and volts and all that shit.
Watts.
Yeah, watts.
So
What?
But yeah, you can only do it if you witness the arrest.
Oh, really? You can go in and fucking whoop.
Yes. And I've heard a couple stories of people doing it.
And being successful?
50%?
But again, we've established early in another episode that CPR is only so successful.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
But it gives you a chance.
but there's a chance.
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I've been CPR certified. Like, working part-time at the hotel, I have to get my bartender license, which is fucking horseshit in the great state of Illinois. And then the lady comes in and has the dolls and
Mannequins.
whatever. Whatever you want to call them. The last time I did the CPR training, she was a super nice lady. And there was like 5 or 6 of us. She comes a couple times a month and, not a couple, does a couple different classes. All right, you're doing this class, you're doing the class. But she just had them in like a Rubbermaid tote. And they have, the eyes and the open mouths. You're not supposed to do open mouth to mouth anymore.
No,
but they have the open
too.
mouths, but she stacked them all up, like dick to ass. So it looked like a human centipede.
I was going to say, so human centipede.
Yeah. And they all had their mouths open like they were mid-nut. Like, I'm just sitting there in the corner because it was still my part-time. I was sitting there in the corner and I hadn't slept yet. I got up at like 2 o'clock. I've been up for about 24 hours. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, they look like they're fucking each other, don't they? To one of my coworkers. And she goes, yeah, they kind of do, don't they?
Yeah, they kind of do. Funny story is I actually failed the first time I did the CPR stuff.
Dude, how?
Too much tongue.
How was Valentine's Day for you? Too much tongue?
It was good. I ended up working the back half.
Dirty dog. You dirty fucking dog.
Wow.
This has been another episode of the Buzz Babes and Bros podcast. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, email us at buzzbasementbrospodcast@gmail.com. My name is Aaron.
And I'm Andrew.
And we out. Because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.